writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
This is Shut Up and Get a Customer, sales insight for those looking for unreasonable success, featuring Dan Jordan, the sales energizer, online at remedysalesmatch.com. Dan Jordan's advice, shut up and get a customer. Find out more at remedysalesmatch.com.
Woo, well, hello. This is Dan Jordan, the Deeds, the sales energizer, with another episode of Shut Up and Get a Customer. And you know what that is. It's a show for individuals, entrepreneurs, and solopreneurs who want an unreasonable amount of success in their business careers and life. Just remember this, Wenser. Wealth, fame, and good fortune is at your beck and call if you simply focus on this one thing every day in your business. You know what that is?
Oh, tell me.
Get a bloody customer. That's it. That's all you need. You know, people, just think of the freedom. When you wake up in the morning, that's all you got. Here you are, all these people on Facebook Live checking us out. So far, there's 0.
Oh, there's 2. You and I.
You and me. You know, this thing is about sales, and people ask me, where do you get all your, where do you get these ideas? You know, ideas come all the time. There's always an opportunity to be in a sales situation. I just came here to the radio station. I went to the bathroom. You always got to worry about a story that starts off that way. Go to the bathroom, and there's another guy there doing his business in the stall, not in the stall, in the
urinal.
Yes, right next to me. You're allowed to say urinal?
Sure.
Okay.
It's a family show.
But it was a timing thing that he was there already in action, and then so you're there, and I get next to him. Do you say hello?
I'm a firm believer that you never wingman. So if there's an open stall, you got to hit the stall up to give the guy his privacy.
Yeah, but there's 2 next to each other. It was an awkward situation. So what do you do? And I could tell the guy was awkward too, because he was turning the other way. You ever do that when you were a kid? I was once as a kid, because you're looking. You don't know. Do you look down? Do you look up? One time as a kid, I was in grade school. I remember this. There's a guy next to me, and I'm, awkward again. So I look up, and there was a little sign on the roof, and it said, "What are you looking up here for? What, are you embarrassed?" That's good stuff. All right, listen. We don't. For those of you avid listeners, you'll notice that we don't have our normal Marquis here today. Marquis had a what?
A baby.
He had a baby. But in his stead is someone remarkably excitable. Name the Wenser.
The Wens.
You got a show, don't you?
I do.
I gave you a different name.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I like it. I might go with that one instead. The Wenser.
Yeah,
it's like a verb.
Look, there you go.
The Wenser. Hey guys,
there's a human there. So you got that.
Barely human here. Huh?
All right, yeah. So you got a great show. When is it on?
Oh, thanks for the plug. Yeah, Saturday evenings on AM 920 The Answer at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. All right, at Eastern Standard Time.
Well, for those of you on the left coast, I don't want to throw you off there.
Very good. Well, listen, you got to know, I need you here because Marquis is already, he's got his little banter back and forth, and so everybody here is going to be testing you to see if you can hang with the big dog.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
You ready? All right, so first we start with the Jim Rohn quote. Always start with the Jim Rohn quote. You know who Jim Rohn is?
Rome is burning.
No, Jim Rohn, not that guy.
Oh, with an N, not an M.
Yeah, you're the sports guy, right?
Yeah,
this has nothing to do with sport. This has to do with total unbelievable success of the individual salesperson.
Oh, I can't wait to learn about this.
All right, so Jim Rohn, he has. You see, you haven't been listening, have you?
This
is what Jim says. He says, learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue what you want. You see, most people stick around and they're like, I had a person today. I have a staffing firm and I get salespeople jobs, and sometimes they offer a lot of base salary and little commission, and sometimes they offer a little base salary and a lot of commission. And these people are just, weighing whether or not they want to accept the job if it's a little lower commission. I had this one guy. The job pays $110,000 base with a $250,000 if you're on plan.
Now, is that $110,000 for a lifetime of service?
Yeah,
or
it's $110,000 a year. Listen, sales is the best business in the world.
I'm in the wrong business, Dan.
You absolutely are. Well, the fact is, you just don't realize you're already in sales. You're just lousy at it. And that's how most people are. So if you get a little bit better, if you just, learn a few tactics that we're going to learn here on the show, all of a sudden you're a rock star. But this guy turned down the job. Why? Because he's getting paid right now $125,000 base with a $240,000 on plan. He was too much of a wimp to deal with that base. What I told him was, you want to go to the thing with more opportunity. Of course, he doesn't trust his skills, but he had more opportunity. So if he took the other job, it doesn't mean you have to live there forever, for crying out loud. That's what people do. They get a job, they think they have to live there forever. It's just a place to get some loot, and so you could look for your future. You pursue what you want for yourself. We're individual operators. As a salesperson, you're an individual contributor, and you're the best one out there. So go out there and do it. You are marketing your services to the marketplace. And what is your service? Ask me what your service is.
What is your service?
Okay, as a salesperson, all I do is provide you with more customers. That's it. Now, I could provide you more customers, or I could provide the guy down the street more customers, or the other person in the next state more customers. But the point is, I'm working for the Deeds. You're working for Wentz. And you're just marketing those services to the marketplace. Let them buy. Got it?
Yep.
So you're in sales. You got a show. How many sponsors you got?
0.
You're a lousy salesperson.
I need to learn from you.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what am I talking about? So you know what happened? I got a minute left here?
Yeah, just about.
Just
sure.
to banter about. I went to, just got back from Israel.
Oh, cool.
Was that cool or what?
And you survived.
Yes. And I learned something in Israel about sales that is going to help everybody listening to this show 1,000-fold. I mean, these people managed to build an entire country surrounded by enemies who want them dead. And they managed to build. They grow fruit in a desert. Don't tell me you can't get a customer today. Don't tell me you can't get a sponsor today. They have this one skill that we're going to talk about on the next segment, that if you use it like they did and use it like they do, you will have the same results that they do, which is complete and utter success in an environment. Talk about competition. You think you got competition? They got people with snipers competition,
right,
with knives. All right, so come back. Listen, what do I need to do? If you like more tips throughout the week for increasing your sales and getting more customers, visit RemedySalesMatch.com. Find me on Facebook at Facebook.com, Dan Jordan, Sales Coach, and on Twitter at DJ Jordan. I got big news for you on the back end. I'm telling you, it's going to earn you millions. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
This is Shut Up and Get a Customer here on K98. Sales insight for those looking for unreasonable success. Featuring Dan Jordan, the sales energizer. Online at RemedySalesMatch.com. Dan Jordan's advice, shut up and get a customer. Find out more at RemedySalesMatch.com.
And we're back. I can't believe so many people have stayed over that long break that we had. Do you know they moved me? I used to be on on 6:30 or 7 in the morning on Saturday. But they moved me to 9 because of all of my 6 followers.
Hey, you know what? 6 is a great start. That's 6 more than I have.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, you need to like some pages that I got, and then you need to follow me. What do you do on LinkedIn?
Yeah. Add me.
No, like me, add me, like me.
Connect with me.
Connect. Yeah. You need to connect on LinkedIn with me. I'm a good guy to know. I have a lot of connections. So, came back from Israel. Great place. You ever been?
Never.
You know? Why not? Because you're chicken.
I am.
I'm
terrified
you're a lousy
of
salesperson, you're a chicken.
burkas and sand.
Yeah,
I hate both of them.
So this is what happened. I heard about some terrorist attack there, and there were people who went into a place and terrorists went in there and they shot some people up and people died and all that. And then the news media here in America talked about 2 gunmen. And I got ticked off. Gunmen. If it's in France, they're terrorists. If it's in Israel, they're gunmen. So I said, you know what? Enough of this. I called my friend Stu Shapiro. I said, I'm going to Israel. Made tickets, went to Israel. Turns out I have family there. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
I didn't know. I had one because after the war, my dad moved to America and his sister moved to Israel. And started a whole family there. So they have a whole family, and there's like 25 people who love me. But you know what they love more? And you know why they're such good salespeople? I want to move to that place.
Why?
Because they are committed to its growth. You would not believe the pride in every Israeli that you meet on their country. The things we take for granted and the things that the innovations that they create out of necessity, it's remarkable. And it's because they're all on the same team to grow that country. Not just the Jews, the Arabs, everybody who lives there. They want to grow Israel to its greatness. They do things that are amazing. Yeah, it's blistering hot. It's a desert. How are they going to water their plants? You have an idea?
I would guess the Gaza,
Yeah,
right? It's a fertile area. The West Bank, right?
You're just throwing out some names.
Just a little geography lesson.
There's some from the Sea of Galilee water comes, but a major source of water to feed the population and the plants. They've figured out technology that desalinates the ocean water. Why don't they do that in California?
Right. I think that's a great question.
They're putzing around, complaining about everything, instead of coming up with solutions. That's what great salespeople do. They see a challenge, and they come up with solutions. Hot water heaters. It's 1 billion degrees there, just shy of 1 billion. Just shy of 1 billion degrees all the time. They have hot water heaters. You know where they put the hot water heaters?
On the roof?
On the roof.
That makes sense.
Of the house. And they have little solar panels heating up the hot water heaters on the roof of the house.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And their houses are not made out of wood. Their houses are made out of wood. They, crumble and they couldn't handle it. They're all made out of, it takes like a year to build a decent house, but they're made out of this cement blocks that keeps the house cool. They come up with solutions. What about you as that salesperson? What about you as that real estate agent that needs more clients, or that radio host that needs more sponsors? Your challenge is you need more customers.
Yeah, customers.
You need more customers. You need more people. So think more in terms of that solution of how to get it. The answer is simple. You have to invest not just money, but you have to invest your thought process every day on that. You have to spend time thinking of what the problem is, focus on that problem or challenge, as we like to call it, and then come up with solutions every day. How does the real estate agent find new customers? You know, one thing they could do it the typical normal way, or they can go out and, canvass an area and do stuff like that. But what if they considered themselves really a business unto themselves? What if they looked at sales as a business? What if they looked at it, they had to have the 3 components that any business has, which is production, sales and marketing, and administration? And what if they found out they were spending too much time with that administration? If you're a business and you're spending too much time in the non-productive administration, what do you think you have to do? You have to hire somebody to do that. So that's what you need to do. That's what all these little salespeople need to do. Instead, even if you're a roofing salesman, if you're selling car detail supplies, whatever you're doing, the part of the business that's taking you time, that's not being productive, pay somebody $8 an hour to do it. They'll be more than happy. and you use your time wisely. You come up with solutions to make you more productive. Because if you don't, your competition does it, and then you're dead. These are little things that have to happen. And it starts with, there's many commandments of selling, but there's also commitments. You always read these things. In fact, I printed this thing out. All the commitments you need from your client before you can make the sale. You need the commitment of time. You need the commitment of to do your discovery work. You need the commitment that they're willing to make a change or that they collaborate with you. But what about the commitments that you need to make for your own sales success? What about the commitments that waking up every morning? What about your ethical commitments? What about your follow-up commitments of following everybody up? How many times do you get leads and you just piss them away? We're back in the bathroom again. Oh, it is about you. You always bring me back, to the lowest level type of guy you are. Marquis would never let you do that. It's over between us. Once. So listen, when we get back, I'm going to talk about these commitments. They're very important because you think you're ethical. Everybody thinks, oh, yeah, I'm the most honest guy. Well, is it really ethical to go home without that sale today? Is it really ethical to go and tell your children or your wife, how'd you do today? Nothing. I have some things in the works. I have people looking for jobs for months and months and months. I said, how are things go? Well, I got a lot of irons in the fire. Well, irons in the fire aren't paying the bills. How ethical is that? For you to be collecting money from people, unearned money, spending all your retirement. How ethical is that? You need to wake up in the morning and think, baby, I'm committed to doing what I have to do. I don't know why I'm yelling at you. You didn't do anything wrong. And here I am yelling. Here's a rule in, I do speaking, traveling around and do some speaking. And the rule from every speaker is you always have airline challenges, but never talk about them because everybody's had the same problems. But when we get back from the next thing, I got to tell you about my flight back from Israel and the 45 hours that it took because it's kind of comical and it has a sales lesson in it that I think you'll appreciate. So we'll see you on the other side. I'm the Deej. We'll see you soon.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
Hey, this is Dave Bray, America's Patriotic Rocker. Just giving you a shout out. Make sure you stay tuned and listen in to K98 Talk.
This is Shut Up and Get a Customer here on K98. Sales insight for those looking for unreasonable success. Featuring Dan Jordan, the sales energizer. Online at RemedySalesMatch.com. Dan Jordan's advice, shut up and get a customer. Find out more at RemedySalesMatch.com.
Well, welcome back. I'm the Deej, the Sales Energizer, and you, thank goodness you've come back, because this is the best segment of the entire show. I feel sorry for all the other people that aren't witnessing this right now. I mean, it's sometimes when you're in the zone as a salesperson cold calling, you really do feel sorry for the people that don't hear from you.
Right.
You're not feeling that good about it. So what was I talking about? I was talking about the flight back.
Yeah, 40 hours.
Yeah, and who cares about that?
Yeah.
And no one does. No one does. What was actually was good, you know what was good about the flight? I landed and I'm alive.
Yeah, that's a great
People
day.
don't appreciate that.
No, totally.
Just being alive. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
All right, so what happened? I went to see my dad's sister, 92 years old, still alive, very active, lives on the 3rd floor, climbs up the stairs. She's a rock star. Really cool. And we talked a lot about my dad, so we had some conversations and things, and I told her some things that she told me some things that I didn't know, and I said some things that she didn't know. But I remembered when I first got into sales at the beginning, I would talk to my dad, and he would give me like these little snippets of advice, and it was kind of really cool. And one that he gave me, I said, I was practicing on him because I went to some sales class for continuing education on selling, and so I was practicing on him, and I said, Dad, tell me, what keeps you up at night? You know, which is a normal sales question. So you want to find out the problem and everything. Yeah. But he said, no. He had a little accent. Denny, he said, don't ask that question. Instead, do this. He says, ask him what wakes him up in the morning. He says, it could be the alarm clock or the birds or the sun, or maybe it's their purpose. He says, you find out their purpose and they will buy anything. That's good stuff from a guy who went to a 6th grade education. But that's one of the things of commitment. I talked earlier about commitment that you want from your client before you're going to make the sale, but you got to make certain commitments to yourself. And one of them is what I just spoke about. You need the commitment of continuous education, continuous practice, drilling, and rehearsing. So you're not as loud. You know, it would be terrible if you're the same level of quality when you're 15 as you are when you're 50. I was talking about there's a political season right now. Talk about salespeople, right? You know?
Yeah, big time.
So I was talking to some family members, and I realized they have the same opinions and the same outlook on life as they did when they were 15 years old. And now they're 50 years old.
How's that possible?
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's lack of growth.
Yeah.
You kind of lose respect for something like that. Well, you know what? It's the same thing if you're in any industry that you are in, especially in sales. If you're not getting better every day, because things are changing. You know, there's a bunch of millennials out there. Every millennial wants to own their own business. How many times does somebody call me up and tell me about a great opportunity? Next thing you know, they're drawing bubbles and saying, do this, and it's the Amway. And you get caught in one of those?
Selling soap? Yeah, of course. Everybody does.
Everybody gets caught. I've been to more opportunity meetings than anyone. I like them. You know, they're like live infomercials. You know, right. You can learn a lot of stuff. And some people are good, you know, at the selling, of getting other people involved. But the idea is you got to continually practice your craft. And how committed are you to doing that? You know, a lot of salespeople, they want to earn a lot of money, but how committed are you to wake up in the morning and practice? What time do you wake up in the morning? Now, of course, I'm a little on what's it called when my time zone's all screwed up because I just got back from Israel, so I'm living on the other side of the world. So I'm getting up at like 3 a.m. But you can't believe how great it is. I get more done before 9 a.m. My day's finished already. It's like 9 o'clock. It's the greatest thing. I'm just getting up early. But what do you do when you get up early? Do you turn on the TV and drink a cup of coffee? And just get that stuff, whatever garbage they're going to spill out? Or do you write down the goals that we talked about earlier? Do you write down what your purpose is? And then try to figure out ways to get it. You just do that. You just do that for a couple of days a week or for a month. Actually, 30 days straight. You build that habit, and you are just a millionaire. It's that simple. This is a personal story. So I had one issue. I had everybody goes through challenges in business, and I had a challenge with the business, and I was losing money, and I was borrowing, taking money out of savings, and I was trying to make payroll. I was literally borrowing money from my 16-year-old son and to make payroll for a couple of months. But I kept on writing my goals. I'm going to make these sales. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get 2 months later, I had literally $100,000 in my bank account. from those things that I was working on, from those goals that I was setting for myself. You just plant that seed in there and work toward it, and you can't help but come up with solutions, crazy solutions, like getting customers for them. That's how I would get into these appointments. I would find out who their best customer is. I would go find them. I'd bring them some leads, and all of a sudden, they want to talk to me. You know, you want to get some sponsors? That's what you need to do. Say, I got an idea for you to get more customers. And you get them in here, and you talk to them, and you start closing like a madman. But you got to commit to yourself that you really can do that your product and your service is one that is worthwhile enough for them that they're willing to part with some, I hesitate to say hard-earned cash because it's so easy. Mm. I mean, my 17-year-old boy, he comes home with money every day. You wouldn't believe the stuff he figures out how to do. People are moving. He says, put it on. I got a house full of stuff that he sells on Craigslist. All he does is get stuff, and he sells it on Craigslist.
Oh, that's great.
I know. It's awesome. It's easy to earn money if you think about it, of how you want to do that with your life. So there's several other commitments. I gave you two. One was ethics. This one, and here I'm going to give you one last one, and then I'm going to tell you, go to my website, remedysalesmatch.com, remedysalesmatch.com, and subscribe to the newsletter. You'll get tips every week, and I'm going to give you the other 7 important commitments for you to have in order to be a sales rock star. But this one is very important. You need to follow up on every opportunity. Now, I didn't say follow up on every lead. I said follow up on every opportunity. That means if someone just calls, or if you get a lousy referral, whatever you get, you commit to taking that opportunity to the end, to the point where they say, no, see you later, potato. I don't want it. I'm not interested at all. Commit to yourself that you take every opportunity to the end, and you cannot help but double your income. Just do that one thing. And go to my website, remedysalesmatch.com, and you'll get the other commitments that are very important. Commit this to yourself. This is your career. It's the career of sales. You're not, as soon as you realize that you're not a doer, you're a marketer, will be the most profitable day in your life. So that's what you need to do. I had something I have to read over here. Oh, yeah. So if you like more tips throughout the week for increasing your sales and getting more customers, go to the website. I'm the Deej, the Sales Energizer. We'll see you next time.
This is Shut Up and Get a Customer here on K98. Sales insight for those looking for unreasonable success. Featuring Dan Jordan, the Sales Energizer. Online at remedysalesmatch.com. Dan Jordan's advice, shut up and get a customer. Find out more at remedysalesmatch.com.
The leader in talk radio on the internet, right here on K98Talk.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.